everybody. This is Haley from Towns HV. Welcome to the Thomas and Haley Show. It is one of your hosts, Haley, and I'm with our special guest today. Not one, but two. We have Nikki from Nikki's Fun Adventures, and we have Chris from the Low Vision Technology, which is also a podcast that him and I do together. So, Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, as planned, we decided to do the show as normal on Sundays. We're starting a little bit early because we all showed up early. And our good other host, Thomas, he had something at the last minute, so he just told us to go on without him. So we will, as the saying goes, the show must go on. Anyhow, So today's topic, we will be talking about the differences between your personal and your professional life. What does that mean? It basically means stuff you should or can if you want to, or stuff you probably should not talk about in your profession. For instance, like YouTube, the internet. There's certain things that, and it also depends on your channel too. It also depends on what you do and if something should be best to be said on the internet or should be left unsaid and off the camera, as they say. So, Chris, as a podcaster, a effective and lovely podcaster, I may say, who I work with Low Vision Technology, whether if it is the podcast itself or YouTube, what do you think should be discussed as a professional standpoint and not personal information per se?
Let's see. The top techniques of how to do a job interview, what to wear, what not to wear, how to carry yourself in the interview or when you get the job. Let's see. Give advice on tips that a potential employee could do for an employer. Let's see. Learn how to and tips on how to create an effective resume and cover letter.
Okay, cool. Nikki, what kind of stuff do you think that should be spoken about in a professional setting?
Well, the same stuff that he said, as well as like maybe if you need help, like how people can help you. And That's a good one.
Nikki's like, what else should I say?
That's a good one. I don't really have anything else prepared for that one.
Let me ask you this, Nikki.
Covered the stuff I was going to say.
Let me ask you this, Nikki. Have you looked up any like different ways how to do interview techniques or questions you should ask in the interview?
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's a good tip to give.
That's another one too. Yeah.
Yep.
I was also gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say a few things that that's related to the professional standpoint of things. Right before you go live on YouTube or Instagram or whatever it may be, make sure you know what you're talking about. Try not to ad-lib all the time.
Yep.
Because that can kind of show like you weren't really prepared. And try your best to like actually sound excited about what you're doing and not sound like you're bored to death.
Right.
Yeah, don't sound like a robot.
Yeah. So there's that. So what kind of things should you not do on the professional standpoint, Nikki?
Well, there's some things that I definitely think you should not talk about on a professional standpoint, like your personal life, like what's going on with your family and what's going on with you medically. Like, for example, if it's that time of month.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Yeah, no, we don't need to know about that, thanks.
Right.
right?
We don't.
Um,
No.
like there's some, for example, there's some things that Molly Burke has talked about that I'm like, oh my god, you actually talked about that on YouTube? Like, like her bra size, for example.
Don't nobody need to know
Yeah,
that.
we don't need. I don't need to know that. Thank you.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Oh man. So, and of
And
course, at the after Chris gives his response, I have like a big answer to this. So we'll leave that at the end. Chris, what about you?
leave all legal matters alone. Do not say nothing about that in podcasts or streams. Spe-
Oh, that's a good one.
especially if you got a
Yeah.
especially if you got an upcoming court case or something. You can do not say nothing about that because that's gonna hurt you because they will find it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what I've noticed that people either say or do online that they shouldn't do is don't don't do bashing videos. Don't do
Right.
bashing
Right.
videos
Exactly.
because that could be taken as a standpoint of bullying.
Mhm.
It could
Yep.
be offensive to someone who knows that person that the person's talking about. And
Right?
again, don't talk about someone's personal information online because they might say, I really don't want to talk about this, but since you asked in the recording, I'll respond.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Don't do that. I mean, okay, for let me just explain the difference for me with my channel, and you guys can talk about this for yours if you guys want to. With mine, it's called Talented HV. What do you think that means? It's basically me showing what I can do, which is doing song covers, which I'm actually planning to do one this afternoon, and I write my own songs, and a couple of my friends, we talk about, like, topics that are relevant and hopefully useful for people who are blind, visually impaired, or sighted of any kind, and every so often I play a keyboarding video. Yes! And I'm also planning to start doing storytime videos, too, because I write books and plays, and I can't put the actual documents on YouTube because they're not videos. So, but that's what I do on my channel, and I try to stick with my channel. So whatever your name is on YouTube, try to stick with that. Don't just randomly say, hey, like, I'm gonna try to do this for a change. Well, if you want to do that, that's fine, but you have to make sure, okay, how can I fit this in with my channel, with the description that people know about?
Yep.
So basically, what I'm saying is, for my end of the stick, I just stick to what I do and what my channel name means. I mean, so that's how that is. So Chris, the name
Yes.
Low Vision Technology, what does that mean to you based on the podcast itself and the channel?
Using technology in several ways to help you go through school, work, and life. Like, for example, using voiceover on the phone to identify
Mm-hmm.
what you're reading on the internet, or say, for example, a recipe for 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 a chicken dinner you're trying to make, or get directions to somewhere you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris and I said before, I think we even mentioned this in an episode of the podcast on the actual podcast itself, is that when you hear low vision technology, it's not just, oh, I thought you said it was low vision technology. It's not just the actual technology that low vision people use. It could be technology and apps for the people who are completely blind or legally blind can use.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure Chris didn't want to title the podcast "Low Vision and Blind Technology." That's, I mean,
No.
that's just too long.
Right.
So,
And
okay.
and then on top of that, and using it like how to use technology for fun things, like Haley and I have an interview coming up with a blind musician. That's
Yep.
going to be really interesting.
Yeah, anything. The purpose with the Low Vision Technology podcast is not just us talking about the technology we use on a daily basis, but it can also be something related to someone who is blind or visually impaired. If
Yep.
we're and we actually both decided that whenever we do have a guest from now on, we're gonna do it as live streams on the actual YouTube channel. And when we do regular episodes, which is with Chris and I, that'll be for the actual podcast. Because last time when we had a guest on the podcast for the actual podcast, it was kind of difficult.
It really was.
I'm just saying, it was due to
Oh, really?
figuring it
Yep.
out. Yes,
Mhm.
It wasn't the person; it was the way the page was set up, and like whenever he would like tab over and stuff, it would like skip over the text that he would need to use, which I thought was stupid. So I'm like,
Oh,
I was like,
Yep.
okay. So, yeah, after that experience, luckily enough, Chris was able to edit and it sounds nice and everything. But,
Yep.
but for now, whenever we have guests like that, we're just gonna have them on the YouTube channel for the live streams and just do when it's just the two of us, we'll just do them for the podcast app.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so Nikki, your name, Nikki's Fun Adventures, right?
Yeah.
Sounds fun. I agree. So, what do you think your channel name means to you and what the people should know about it?
Well, to me, obviously the Nikki, that's my name.
Oh, really? It is? I never knew. I'm just
Yep.
kidding.
And
Come
then,
on, I have to put a joke around somewhere. Come on.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Jeez.
I did.
JK.
and then, the fun adventures part, that to me is like just doing different things, whether it be, taking the dog on a walk or
Hmm.
sitting outside with the dog or going on a walk by myself or which I don't do very often because the dog has separation anxiety.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay.
What about your cooking videos? Are you gonna do more of those?
And I do some of those and stuff, and so it's just kind of just doing different things and having fun with it.
Yeah. Another thing I was going to mention about that people can do that could be that maybe it might be part of their personal life, but they can add it to their channel as a professional standpoint is that do tutorials of using Be My Eyes or Ira, and because
Yep.
it's kind of better of when you do that is to actually have an agent like actually in the video with you, just saying, hey, like my name is so and so, and I'm doing a video like explaining about how Ira works. Like, would you mind telling a little bit about Ira or whatever?
Right.
And sometimes that does work because the agent's like, yeah, I don't mind at all. But you never know, you might get an agent where it's just like, sorry, I can't do that for whatever reason. So
Right.
that I never done it, so I can't really say. So there's that. Now,
Because I'm wondering if there's any legal loopholes we'd have to go through that if you wanted to do that. You know what I mean?
if there's what? It broke
Any
up,
legal
sorry.
any legal loopholes that we'd have to go through if you wanted to try to do something like that.
I'm not positive of what that exactly is, but I would think that, like, supposedly if you're just doing a regular recording video, you could just start recording and then call the agent and ask them, like, would they be okay of doing the tutorial? And if they are, great. If not, you can just say thank you for your time, stop the video, delete it, that's it. But anything like those types of things, I would just keep those recorded. I wouldn't do live streams because what if you don't get someone to pick up? What if you don't get someone who's polite about it saying, no, I don't want to do that?
Right.
You're just
Right.
like, that's embarrassing. So,
Mhm.
which is also which is not really professional either. So
Nope.
again, you have to consider of what you're gonna do, how you're going to present it, and how and when to put some sense of humor inside the mix. Like I did a little bit ago. I thought that was a great time
Yeah,
to
that
say
was
that.
great.
Because
Yep.
if you're just because if you just do a cut and dry conversation like without any humor or anything, it's kind of boring.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It kind of would be. So that's the reason why, like, when I do the interview segment on my channel every once in a while, I try to sound excited about the questions about what I ask. Because, hey, I'm happy to have that person on my channel. Yes, I might be annoyed with my internet, but that's not my fault. So,
Right.
so there we go.
And you,
Huh?
and not only that, you gotta make sure that every like the questions that you ask or what you trying to get your point you're trying to get across sticks to that topic that you're working on.
Yeah, exactly. So, overall, when it comes to professionalism and your personal life,
Hmm.
A, do what you do that you like to do. So don't do something just because someone else does it. If you actually enjoy doing something, do it. Share it with people. If you're just doing it because, well, I'm only doing it because this person did it, no. If you don't like to do something, that's, to me, in my opinion, that's also unprofessional. Then just don't do
Yep.
it.
Right.
Because
No.
if you
Huh?
because if you're doing it because somebody else told you to do it, you're easily manipulated, and that's not good.
Right.
Right. No, it is not. So, so I guess like one more big tip is, and like in like one entire sentence, is just that show up, because that's also part of a part of the professionalism spectrum. Show up, have fun with it, be serious, but also know when to actually laugh at something for once.
Right.
Like
Yep.
actually have some
Exactly.
sense of humor. Because if you don't, you wouldn't be really such a fun person to me to talk to. So,
No,
Right.
not
just
exact,
saying.
not at all.
Just saying. So, hopefully, I hope that what Nikki, Chris, and I were talking about helps. I hope that whatever you're planning to do, whether if it's getting like ready for an interview or getting ready to start like a next chapter of your life where you're just like, I've never done this before. Don't be nervous. Have fun
Right.
with it. Because if you make a mistake, oh well. You live and learn.
Yeah, it's part of life.
Yep.
You live and learn. So, Nikki, do you have anything else you want to say about what or what not to do for a professional standpoint or personal life or so?
Try not to bring your professional life into your personal life.
Yeah, because
That's a big one. That's really a big one.
yeah. Okay, that should be kind of plain and simple. Like it's
Hmm.
totally backwards. When you're doing something like when you're like doing something that's in your profession, your professional life, don't bring your personal life into it.
Yep.
Or if you're dealing with something that's personal, don't bring your coworkers or someone else into it, unless if they want to support you or some sort. If that's not the case, then don't do it.
Yep.
Right.
Don't bring work stress home. Or don't take home stress to work.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Or school or anything else, whatever you may be
Yep.
doing. So,
Exactly.
okay, cool. Chris, you?
Make basically keep a try to keep a positive attitude about what you're doing when it comes to work and in your professional life, and because what you do and say affects not only you but other people around you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Speaking of and I'm making a joke about this too. Speaking of positivity and bubbliness and stuff, how do you two think I did with this?
You did great.
You did really good.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you did
god,
great.
I couldn't resist. Huh?
Yeah, you did great. You really did.
Uh-oh, it's breaking up in my end. What?
I said you did great. You really did.
Yeah, so
Thank
did
you.
I.
Thomas, if you watch this later, I hope you're proud of me. Oh my god. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed my somewhat jokes because I try to be funny. Most of the time,
Mhm.
it does not work, but I try, and my friends do think it's funny. So, please subscribe to Doing Everything Blind so you can stay up to date with the Thomas and Haley show, which occurs every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 Central. Please subscribe to Talented HV, which is my channel. And please check out me and Chris's podcast, which is Low Vision Technology. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify. And Nikki, do you have any social you would like to have anyone to know?
Please check out my channel, Nikki's Fun Adventures.
And
Okay, Chris.
um, my YouTube channel, Low Vision Technology. You can check me out on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram.
Oh yeah, how dare I forget my Twitter? I'm tweeting like a bird forgets my wings. No, I'm kidding. No, please. That was a bad joke. Okay, dang.
Hmm hmm
Just
hmm
that failed. Anyways, please check me out on Twitter. I will try to be more active on it. It's at talented h underscore v. The T in talented, the H and V are capitalized. So again, I'll try to be more active on there. And I will see you guys in a little bit for my song cover video, which is Amazed by Lone Star. So, and again, if you have any song requests of any kind, mainly from the late 90s, I will say now, until now, please put those in the comment section of the, I would say, latest video, because it'll be easy for me to find it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Thomas and Haley Show, and we'll see you guys next Sunday at 2 Eastern, 1 Central. Y'all take care.